Not long ago, deep in the Appalachian wilds, a group of drunken misfits joined forces to play Dungeons and Dragons. Inspired by boredom and equipped with loose morals and a questionable understanding of the rules, our heroes venture forth to explore strange new lands. Gather up your dice, your manuals, and your livers, and join us on a quest to make absolute fools of ourselves. This is Botched, a D&D podcast.
Previously on Botched.
Intelligent virus mutating to escape its confines and infect other people with rats that punch stuff.
Don't fuck with minors.
Blood boils on a little boy.
Welcome back, junior researchers, to what is sure to be a great, fun time. We're all very happy here. We're all going to have a happy, good time.
I took my happy
It's
pills.
episode 34. Thank you for season 9. Thank you so much. We're going to be starting a little while after we left off last time, as now while these two particular stories are not related to the Scarlet King, there has been an uptick in cult violence from the children of the Scarlet King ever since Dr. Montauk stopped that last woman from giving birth. So the SCP Foundation is definitely on high alert for cult activity. But aside from that, unrelated, we're going to be starting this episode off in California with a group of probably best buds with Dr. Frankenstein. Why? Because they're homeless people. So who are my three hobos?
I don't know any of them. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure.
They're my uncles.
That's what you said about those janitors, and then magically, oh yeah, we're friends with Dr. Frankenstein.
I mean, I have many friends in low places.
Uh-huh. That are doctors.
They were
Scientists.
Custodians, Dick.
It's not a doctor.
Doctor of the
You said
cleanliness.
at the school they were janitors, and then at the psychiatric facility they were doctors. They just moonlighted as fucking
You know,
janitors.
the economy's pretty tough out there ever since William Taft came in and fucked everything up.
Who the fuck are you guys? What are you guys playing?
Hi, I'm David Salinger, and I'm just like taking time off while I write my manuscript.
Okay.
On a sabbatical.
It's like I'm trying
Life
to
sabbatical.
knock out the great American novel while I live on the streets,
Oh, yes. Very
finding truth.
Right.
And I'm his best chap, Boswell Crumsworth.
Boswell Crumsworth?
Crumsworth, yes.
Say Boswell.
Yes.
Do you have any more crack?
Oh, no. For you see, that is quite below me. Though my finances may be small, my spirits are high. Yes, that's why I trade in malt liquors.
I have some myself.
Yes.
Steven.
Oh, well, hello, yes, Spittoon Jimmy, if you please. You're much obliged. They call me that on account of my favorite drink. I'm a bit of a hobo connoisseur, as it were. I can take any mushroom lacking a bodily waste and turn it into a delightful sweet treat for after you finish throwing up on account of all the crack.
Nice. You guys travel in basically a
Train.
horde of hobos that just kind of meander
A
around.
group of hobos is called a train, of course.
Oh, a train.
It's true.
I think you said a
Yeah.
tray. I was like,
Oh, a train.
a tray of hobos? Okay, train of hobos.
I'd rather prefer a grip of hobos.
I bet you would.
A murder of hobos soon. So you guys are doing your normal thing, exploration, looking for stuff. And this time around, your group, which there's a lot more than just the three of you, but you guys are
We're
kind of all over
hungry.
the place.
We're looking for truth.
Sure, looking for truth in
Searching for knowledge.
yes, in what looks to be a whole area of abandoned warehouses. It looks like a very large, maybe couple 100 acres of land that was fenced off, but the fence has since fallen apart. And you see that there are a number of buildings of varying sizes, with one very large one towards the back.
Is the large one...
What does the large one say there?
There's no words on any of the buildings. All of them.
But you said there was a sign.
I never did. I
Yes,
say the
you
word
said
sign?
there was a sign.
You
up
said there was
there.
a sign. There was a large one in the back. It was a sign.
I said there was a building in the back, a large building.
I'm pretty
in the back.
sure
Everybody
you said
says you
sign.
said
I did not say the word sign.
I didn't hear you say it because I was.
I'm pretty sure I heard it.
Yeah, you
which
hear
means it
a
happened.
lot of things.
Certainly heard it as well.
What does it say on the sign on the
Nothing.
building?
There's no sign.
Crackatorium, yes.
There are no signs.
Gentlemen, look at that sign on that building over there. What does that say? What
a
does that
big old
say
middle
over
finger.
there? That sign.
Big old middle finger.
Says free puppies.
Oh, well, now finally we found the free puppy depot. We're going to boil us some puppies tonight. We eat good tonight, fellas.
I
Let's go.
prefer Schnauzer.
All of the buildings look like they are made of metal and whatnot, but they're all kind of in a state of disrepair. Like none of them are like
They're warehouse.
completely. Yeah, they're some of them are bigger, like warehouses. The one that's in the back definitely looks like it's big enough to be a warehouse. Some of the buildings are smaller, like sheds and things like that.
Okay.
But all of them seem a little run down. Not so run down that like they'll collapse, but they're just they haven't been used in
A little bit of an
Decades.
abandoned
All
industrial park.
corrugated
Yes.
steel.
Yeah.
Yes.
And are any of them that real fun, like semicircular shape, where it's like you cut a tube in half and then you just shoved a little corrugated steel on the front to make the door. You know what I'm talking about. It
You
looked
had
like a
me
little
till the
hangar.
last part of your description, but I would say the building that's in the far back, the top of it is a little rounded, not quite. It's not like a box shape. It's a little more rounded towards the
So like a
I do
tube cut
love
in
my
half.
buildings
A little.
curvy.
Curvy tubes.
Well,
Curvy buildings.
I'd like to search the smaller outbuildings first to see what kind of place we're dealing with.
Sure.
Maybe learn something about myself when I go inside here.
All right.
Now, Mr. Cromwell, you said we're searching for your lost millions.
Oh, yes, I believe I should put it somewhere here.
Because just soon you'll be wealthy and
Well,
you
that's
can live
true.
on your mansion.
Well, that's right. I've got it hidden somewhere upon this industrial playground.
Okay.
I investigate with a 20 on the die.
So the first building you come to, even though there's not a whole lot around it, based on what you find in there, you believe this was some sort of guard shack, like probably to let people in and out. Not heavily guarded or anything like that, but it's, like I said, a bit of a state of disrepair.
There's some batons or any weapons laying around.
Nothing like that. That's why you don't think it was very heavily
Bottle caps.
guarded or anything like that. You find a couple bottle caps,
Old
some
boots.
faded pictures
Pictures.
of what like the place used to look like a long.
Are there any signs in those pictures?
Is there a map
No
in there?
signs.
A map?
I too like to take a picture of a building and then put it inside that building.
This is
Yeah.
what it should look like when I look at it.
Yeah. And there's like a bunch of people in the front. It's almost like they were taking a picture, like commemorate something. The big building is more prominently shown in the picture, but all of the people are faded in the front of the picture, so you can't really make out
That's what I was gonna
who
follow up, yeah.
any of them are.
I'll take the picture with me.
But you do see some imagery on the photo that makes you think that maybe this was like a movie studio at some point or something. Like
Maybe
there's
they
like a
want my
film
script.
reel,
Yeah.
and the camera like
Okay.
faded up in the corner. So you're thinking maybe this was some sort of.
On-site.
I mean, it is
Film.
California,
Yeah.
so
Well, I bet I can find the craft services building and rustle us up some grub, gentlemen.
Lead the way, Mr. Spittoon.
I stroll right on in there like I own the place,
so you're
which
just
I
going
do.
to some random other building, or
I'm going to the big
the
building.
big one? Okay.
Wait, is there any kind of like security box inside this little house?
Do you need to press a button or anything?
Buttons or keys?
No, because everything's so fallen apart that
It's
there's
so
nothing.
dilapidated that it
Yeah,
doesn't
you
even
literally the door
matter.
just slides open and the glass is all busted out of it, anyways.
Jeez.
The big building doesn't have any windows, from what you can tell, but it does have two big giant doors in the front, and it is open. So there's also a mailbox in the there's like a long path
I'm fucking with
from
no
the
mailboxes
road
after last time.
to the building itself. The mailbox looks like it's in pretty decent shape. It's just like a not lime, but sort of pea green color a little bit. And
Like
then
a
at the
seafoam green.
seafoam, sure, a little darker than that, but yeah. And then if you go all the way to the end, it's about a 50-ish foot long road to the, or path, I guess, to the building itself, and the door is open or ajar, as they would say.
Should we send in Scary Larry first?
Oh, yes, throw him in. See what happens.
We got Scary Larry on a leash.
There's a few of
And
your
we
hobo
just tug
group.
him around.
Yeah, there's a few
we'll
that
get
have
him
already
to
gone
clear
in.
buildings for us like a canine.
Yeah, there's quite a few hobos that already went in that building. You can see going in because obviously it's the biggest building.
Well,
so-
I know, but
Yeah, they want to get the
we
prime
wanna
bunking
let-
spot.
We got to let Larry go for a run. I mean,
Okay.
take him off his leash, let him have fun.
Sure, he runs in.
On all fours.
Runs in on all fours like a man dog in heat.
A dog man.
No,
Dog
he's,
man.
he's not dead,
He's not dead.
Mr. Spittoon and Cromwell.
That's right. Well, if Larry's not dead, let's go and see what he's howling at. See what he's found.
I think he's found
Perhaps
some food.
he probably just had to take a shit.
Okay.
Hopefully
You
not
guys-
in a boot, because I would like
He
to
loves
eat
to
it.
shit on the floor.
All right. So you guys enter into the building.
Yes.
So as soon as you enter into the building, you don't hear a door close, but all the light just disappears behind you. And pretty soon the spotlights pop up. And you are in a squarish shaped room, and there is a large, like cartoonish looking statue. Looks like it's mechanical. And it's got two arms, it's got like a happy face, and there are two non-lit up signs along with two doors next to it. The two non-lit up signs say yes or no. As soon as the lights come on, the speakers, or the, yeah, that's a speaker, right? Those things that just sit in the corner, and it goes off, and you hear a voice. Contestants, welcome. You'll be participating in a game show with fabulous prizes.
Is it Top Chef? Because I am ready.
I don't know what that is because it doesn't exist yet.
This is 1950s bum fights.
However, this show is extremely dangerous. Only winners are allowed to leave.
The hobo games.
At this point, you are able to either stay or go. If you go, please exit to the door on your right. If you're staying, please go in the door on your left. And that's when the little mechanical thing starts up and the arms go back and forth.
Should
I would like to revise my earlier statement. Is it cookery? I loved that show when it was on TV.
Should I stay or should I go now?
That's a real cooking game show.
Okay. Cookery.
It's 1946 to
This is
54.
cookery. Highway cookery.
Now, first you make some gelatin out of cream cheese.
Add the tomato paste. All
So, yeah,
right.
what do you guys do?
Yeah,
Well, what do we do?
What's Larry doing? Is he going to run to the... What door does Larry run?
At the news of fabulous prizes, the hobos are like, yeah,
Oh,
obviously.
Larry's also Dogman.
Well, Larry's just following everybody
Larry
else.
Dogman.
Larry-
Most people are going in the yes door.
Larry has...
Oh yeah, I'm a optimist. I'm gonna go on the left.
Okay.
David Salinger.
Sure.
I'm not gonna linger
I don't
on this
really
decision.
like my prizes to be too ostentatious. I like moderate or subtle prizes, you know? Fantastic prizes, a little bit out there for
It's
me.
Clearly, Cromwell's millions. We've been searching for them this whole time.
Oh,
That's true. Well, why are they up for grabs then if
Well,
it's not his inheritance?
I'm not saying that I set all this up, but here we are, gentlemen.
Your treasure map was right after all, Cromwell.
And here
I
was
never should have
beginning to
doubted
doubt
you.
Yeah.
I never should have doubted you and
I told
injected
you.
you with that unknown virus while you were asleep.
Mr. Spittoon and I were talking about mutiny just last week.
And I know it looks like the back of a play mat at a local restaurant, but I told you it was real. I go
I'm gonna
through the
pee in
yes
your
door.
mouth. I'm gonna pee in your mouth. I'm gonna pee in your mouth less tonight.
That toy mouse you got, that pet mouse you got, we'll piss them both of them. Fill them up.
Not little Dennis. Don't piss on little Dennis.
He likes it.
Pop like a balloon.
That's right.
Fill him up with piss.
So you guys go in the left, and again, it's dark other than the spotlight right around your group. And then all of a sudden, these torches
Tiki
go
torches?
off. No, they look more like medieval sconces.
Sweet.
Sort of thing, along the sides of this absolutely gigantic rectangular room. And the announcer begins, all right, the theme of today's game show is medieval times. So,
Neat.
contestants, you'll be working...
Together?
No, you'll be working against one another, but...
Oh, no.
You know, if you manage to make it all the way to the end, you obviously win the grand prize, but, you know, if somebody else manages to finish before the time runs out, then each one will win a secondary or tertiary or, you know, so on and so forth prize. So, basic rules of the games. First, you are not allowed to assault your fellow contestants. Looking at you, Larry. Also, you are not allowed to go around any of the obstacles. You must stay on the course and do each of the trials, otherwise you will be severely punished.
To death?
Any questions?
What do you mean by severely punished?
You'll be removed from the games.
Does that mean you gonna kill us?
You'll be removed from the game.
That's a yes. He gonna kill us. Can we opt out right now?
Too late. You walked in the yes door.
Son
you
of a
dummy.
bitch.
If we walk through the no door, will we also then be removed from the game?
No, you would have just teleported outside the building.
Well, shit.
Yeah, but just
Teleport.
fine.
Well, I guess we have no choice but to win.
He did not explain how to win, just things we cannot.
Oh, once you get to the end of the last obstacle, there is a button. If you hit that button before the time runs out, that is how you win the game. That's if you make it to the last obstacle. First game, or challenge, if you will, the sack toss. And all of a sudden, the floor goes away in front of each of you, and a pile of sacks pops up.
Come
and
back,
then about
floor.
15-ish feet in front of you, these wagons just sort of roll up out of the darkness. It's like, all right, whoever gets the most sacks into the wagon is the winner of this round and gets advantage in the next round.
Huh.
You have,
What happens to who gets the least number of sacks?
you get the least advantage in the next round.
Okay. What if you get no sacks in?
Then you suck.
Is there
So there's
any-
like a snowballing effect here. It's not very well balanced, if you ask me.
Who cares? It's a game show.
Okay.
Is there any rules about how you handle one sack?
No.
Just get your sack in the sack hole.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot gap, so I wouldn't recommend walking.
I'm going.
Does it have to be these sacks?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, so
So a big clock pops up.
there goes finally
There's a-
having a use for my scrotum collection.
Sack tossers at the ready.
there's no floor,
I'm
front
ready
of
to
you.
toss.
and there's a sack. There's things going by that we're tossing the sacks into.
No. So the wagons are just across a big gap.
Okay.
So these are heavy sacks,
Uh-huh.
but it's a
How
20-foot
heavy?
gap that you have to, I would say at least 50 to 70 pounds.
Oh.
Fuck am I gonna throw that?
50 pounds.
50 pounds,
50 pounds,
20
yeah.
feet.
How is this a toss?
Hold on.
How is it a toss if we can't toss them?
There might not
Fine.
be a man alive that can do that.
Fine, they're 15 pounds.
Okay, that's still really hard. That's like a shot put, and 20 feet that's decent.
Yeah.
That's a decent shot put toss.
I don't even think a shot put is 15
Shot put is
pounds.
about 15 pounds. I think that's a high school shot put's around 15. Professional ones.
If you want to spin, if you want to, get a running start, whatever you want to do. Because there's a little bit of space behind you.
16 pounds. Wow.
After your shot put.
Wow. Okay.
I take the strategy of doing kind of the spin around on my heels and woo 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 and letting go at the right time.
Cool. So then the counter starts. So each of you explain your strategies to me. Let's start with Steve since he already started. So you're spinning around to get centrifugal force
Yeah,
and
that's
then
a good
let
strategy.
go, right?
And then let go at the right time
Great.
to get it across the void and into the wagon.
That is the
So
hardest.
that
method.
is going to take, I'm going to need 2 rolls from you. First is
Okay.
intelligence.
All right. Oh, that's going to be a 17.
Pretty good. And then a dexterity.
Okay. That's going to be an 18.
All right. Roll for me a D20.
Don't fuck with old Spit Tune Jimmy. Natural 20.
Fuck off.
This guy.
I love my little pink Cthulhu die.
All right. Next up, what's your name again?
Cromwell.
And David.
Wait, no, I don't think that's my name at all.
You said it was Cromwell.
thought it was
I thought it was Cromwell, too.
Boswell.
Boswell
Crumsworth.
Crumsworth. Yes.
Ah,
Crumsworth.
we were close.
Boswell, yes.
Mr.
Boswell. May the best man win.
What's your strategy, Boswell?
Oh,
Fuck off my day.
I need.
Okay.
I'm taking your pencil. Oh, what Boswell will do is he will take off his boot, remove his long sock that he has,
Okay.
and use it as an old-timey slingshot.
These sacks are kind of big for your sock.
Sock.
It's like this.
Huh.
It's like a basketball.
square?
Like, no, it's a little more amorphous.
Well,
Like a
then
bag of sand?
Yeah, but it has like the thing on the top.
Cromwell's going to stick it between his legs with his hands and do an underhand toss.
Okay.
2 hands would be
Roll
better.
for me a strength and a constitution.
Am I proficient at sack tossing?
It's
I
strength.
did go to collegiate
I don't
school
believe I said anything but strength.
with
and
my
constitution.
proficiency
Didn't say that.
bonus. That is a rousing 7.
7. Okay. For strength.
Yes.
Okay. And constitution?
This is ass fall out of his...
Rousing 6.
Yeah, hernia.
Roll me a 1d4.
We're out of those. We've thrown them all
I
at you.
threw them all at you. It's got to be
I don't
one.
have any over here.
Yoshi ate them.
That is a 3. Boswell.
David, what is your strategy?
Seeing how Spittoon Jimmy was so successful, I'm going to do that.
Intelligence and then dexterity.
Intelligence of 7.
Okay.
Can I use acrobatics?
No, nothing
Okay.
about this is acrobatic.
I mean spinning.
Spinning. Yeah.
I
And
should have
then
used my athletics.
dexterity, I got a 13.
Okay. 7 and a 13. I'll give you a D6.
Okay. Generally is higher better.
Yeah.
I got a
means
4.
This is how many sacks you're
Sack
getting in.
sugar.
4.
All right, 4.
4 sacks.
All right, so
Baby.
the timer runs out. It is clear, far and away.
Did he with a 7 and a
That's-
6? He got 3 sacks.
Bituge, because he just rolled back. Fuck you.
How many sacks did you
You
get?
got a
4?
7 and a 13. You got a 4.
Twice as good.
Okay.
So I should have gotten a D8.
Okay.
Watch me
Roll a D8.
I think the point is we all can see very plainly that nobody beats Spittoon Jimmy in the sack.
Bituge Jimmy. And like you hear the buzzer go off, he's like, "That's the end of the round. Sacks down. Get your hands off those sacks." All right. So obviously, and the spotlights come down on each of the wagons. Far and away, not even close. Spittoon Jimmy is the winner. Congratulations, Spittoon Jimmy. Give a bow.
Thank you, disembodied voice. I bow.
Were there other hobos that also played with us? Or was it just us?
but I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yet. In second place, David with a measly 4 sacks.
4 sacks.
But at least he's not as bad as fucking Boswell, who got 3 sacks somehow with Grandma tossing those things across a 20-foot
Yeah, well, sack tossing's really not Boswell's thing. It's more sack.
It's a very lower class.
Yes, we don't toss
game.
our sacks around. We gently put them in each other's mouths.
Okay. So, how you fared in this one will actually not impact the very next round, but in 2 rounds, the second to the last round. The next one, you're actually going to have to work together. And so the floor goes
I call it
solid again,
Dogman there.
and then all of a sudden it sort of like gives out, and you guys fall inwards into a large, what feels like
Ball pit.
iron cauldron of sorts.
No.
And he goes, "All right, so the next game is get out of the cauldron. All right, you have a set amount of time to get all or one of you out of this cauldron, or it'll be filled with molten oil, boiling all of you alive. Isn't that
All right,
fun,
boys.
kids?"
Hop on my back. Let's go.
So the thing is about 20, 30, I would say it's about
90 feet.
30 feet tall.
30-foot tall cauldron. Okay.
And it has a...
And
Yeah, it's a little
it's an
curved.
oververt.
What now?
curve over.
Oververt?
us?
Oh, yeah, over the top, yeah.
Are there
Well,
any
we
like
can
handholds
we can
or
get
anything?
about 10 feet up that curve without.
Yeah, before you start to slide down.
Yeah.
And then you got another 20 feet to go up.
Can I use my hormone energy to cling to the
Hormone?
hormone?
What is hormone energy?
Philistine. Anyway.
It's no diamond car or whatever on a train.
Diamond train to Philly.
Yeah.
Jimmy, come on over here, Jimmy.
You're Jimmy.
You're
Joe.
Jimmy.
Wait, Jimmy, Larry.
He's talking to himself.
Larry, come on over here,
Dogman
Larry.
Larry.
Sit.
Actually,
sit
for
right
this
here. And I climb on top of Larry's shoulders, and I tell the boys, human ladder, boys, let's go.
Hold on.
Can't we use a
I'm not holding on this boiling oil coming.
I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes.
Oh,
so
all right.
you guys have 5 minutes to get out.
First we should try the human ladder.
Oh, human ladder, boys.
Let's human ladder it up. Yes, strength.
Is that a dex
That would be strength.
for the
So
base?
And before we start, I say, any other hobo who touches any of my crew, we consider that an assault. We do not consent to you touching us, and you are not allowed to assault us. You get your own human
it's
ladder,
just
boys.
you three in this particular cauldron.
Oh,
No- no Dog Jimmy?
And Larry.
What about
No
Dog
Larry?
Man Larry?
He's in a totally different cauldron.
Larry?
He's never gonna get out by himself.
He's never. I mean, it's groups of 3.
He's gonna be like the crab in the bucket. He's gonna be pulling people down because he thinks it's a fun game.
How
Okay,
Hold
okay,
on.
boys.
how wide
Timer's going.
is this cauldron?
You look at that clock and you stop
I would
asking.
say it's about 20 feet across,
All right,
20 feet in diameter.
we gotta start doing runny boosts.
Well,
Runny boosts.
So okay, so someone gets to the base. The other people run and they get sprunged up with the foot. They grab the lid and
You're gonna toss somebody 20 feet in the air?
acrobatically, yeah.
voice in
You're
head.
not gonna
That's
toss
literally acrobatics.
Can I use
Okay.
centrifugal force and start
He does it
running
for
around?
spinning.
Like
You can try.
like a motorcycle inside a ball.
You can
Are you the
try.
fucking
Fucking Flash?
Jimmy, while he's running in circles, you gotta boost me, and I'm gonna do a jump to the top.
Circle guy. Roll me athletics.
That's a +6, 19.
You're running in a circle.
You're just kind of running in a circle
Am I
around the
getting
bottom.
any harder?
Boswell, you get over
'Cause
here
you're
right
not
now
running
and you
very
form a human
fast.
ladder with me.
Alright, ready? Boost me up. I'm gonna jump onto Spittoon James, and he's going to toss me in the air.
And I hold my arms all the way up, so
Ready?
I'm as tall as possible.
So you're gonna. So okay. So Spittoon's standing with his arms up. So
as
he's
high as possible on the edge. and
8
arms
feet?
up. So okay, that's
okay,
fine.
so look,
Okay.
scrunch your arms down,
okay.
and I'm going to jump
3
into
minutes
your
left, by the
hand,
way.
and you spring up, and I'll fly out of here. Just
Do it now. All right, let's go.
So
What do
you're
I
gonna
roll?
jump onto him, and he's gonna throw you 20 feet in the air.
and I'm going to catch
You guys just bitched about tossing
You
a
are
50
wasting our
pound
time,
sack.
DM.
I'm only
But there's also
15
jumping
pounds.
involved in this, though.
You are wasting
Okay.
our time. Now let us try our stupid plan.
That's it. Hold on. Plus my athletics of a +6.
So let's go with the strength first of Spittoon Jimmy.
I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't.
I rolled
Spittoon
a
Jimmy.
4.
Yeah. So
Are you ready?
what'd you get for your
I
athletics?
exhausted myself in the sack throw.
I got, with my +6,
Uh-huh.
I achieved an 8.
Great.
right.
So they toss you up onto Spittoon Jimmy, and immediately both of you collapse. Because, like
right.
nothing.
You,
2 minutes.
Boswell.
Boswell,
Wait,
I need you
what
to
if
stand
we
by
can
the base.
roll the what if we can roll the kettle to one side? What if we can just
You
run
could've
one
guessed
side to the
probably
other
pretty
and topple it over?
It's cast iron that it's holding us. It's too big.
All right.
Boswell,
Boswell,
I need
yes.
you to stand by the side,
I'm standing
knee
tall.
down,
Knee down.
with your hands cupped,
Yes.
ready to get my foot and
Sure.
spring me to the top
Spring me
while
to the
I
top.
jump.
Yes.
And I'm good. This is the only way to do it.
Here's we goes.
Wait, is there any rope in here?
We have our clothes that we can
Yeah, whatever
disrobe
you
and
got
tie our
with you.
shoes to make
Oh,
a
I
hobo
brought my
grappling hook.
magnetic boots
No.
that I got in the
Your hobo
war.
boots. Minute and a half.
It's an 11.
No, you don't toss him for shit.
But my
I take
acrobatics
off
roll.
my ratty trench
Jumping is
coat
not
and my
acrobatics.
clothes,
It's
and I make
athletics.
a
We're trying to
hobo
make an
grappling
acrobatic
hook out of
maneuver.
all my
You're not.
clothes.
You're trying to jump.
And my shoes.
It's an
Hobo
athletic
grappling hook.
maneuver.
Hobo grappling.
We've talked about this every year.
Oh, I take my
Jumping is
dentures out that
acrobatics.
are made of
not
metal.
acrobatics, athletics. What?
My lead dentures. I take
Your
them
lead
out.
dentures. To
Yes.
what?
Make a grappling hook with them so they can snap on.
What are you attaching to the grappling hook?
All of my clothing.
Make it into rope. You got a minute.
Okay, I make it into rope.
Roll survival.
Okay, that's a +3. So 19.
You have taken off all of your clothes and turned them into.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's go with a 25-foot rope.
Okay, sling it and
40
let's start
seconds.
climbing.
You see all of a sudden this glowing thing above
right.
you,
All right, I'm
and like
going
steam
to
coming
throw
out.
it up there.
And then I'm going to climb it with acrobatics.
Roll dex to throw.
First off,
27, 26.
I help
throw
him
it
aim.
with a 25.
Yes, it
And-
gets up
And
there.
I start climbing. First, I
Roll
climb
athletics
first.
to climb. Each of you.
It's a 12.
What's this attaching to?
I
You don't actually have
It's a little
dentures.
grappling hook.
You
Yeah.
let me do
I
it.
let you
Shoe
make
grappling
rope.
hook.
Play has progressed.
Roll
So
athletics.
I got a 12.
And I got
Hey,
an
disembodied voice, I was told I'd get advantage in this.
I got an 18.
18. And what did you get, Spittoon Jimmy?
I got an 11.
Okay.
I was told I would get advantage in this round if I won the
I
last
said
round.
in
and
a
I'm-
next round, not
you
the
said
next
the
round.
next round.
Well, and then I said at the end of it, actually, you wouldn't get it in this one. You'd get it in the next one.
Second
after.
to last one.
Yeah.
Liar, disembodied voice.
and
I
if
climb
I
up
have-
for my life.
If I happen to get up before them, I'm gonna try
Well,
to.
so the first person up the rope
Yeah.
was the guy who tossed it, which was
That's right.
Boswell,
Yeah.
who was not doing a very good job of climbing
Can I just climb over?
with a 12.
Boswell, go!
Climb quickly,
No, no,
30
no.
feet.
I'm sorry, how fast is this magma filling in this cauldron?
It's hot oil, so
Okay, well,
probably fill pretty fucking
I
quick.
don't think so.
Or the heat will, not be
I'm
great
not.
too.
Look at this skin of mine. It is.
Okay. So you're going up kind of slow.
Yeah.
So you, David, will definitely run into him
Uh-huh. On the way up.
because you can't go any faster.
I
than
spider
him.
monkey over top him.
Roll for me.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Explain to me how you want to try and do that. And no, not acrobatics.
Yeah, I'll just use his clothes.
I'm
He
not
doesn't have any.
wearing
He's naked.
Oh.
I'm.
Okay, so I grab him on his ample hip, and then I grab on his shoulder, and I use his head as a springboard.
Okay, so roll me another athletics to basically climb over him.
I got a 12.
Eh.
Above average,
It's
though.
not better than
So-
my climbing.
So you get on top of his naked body,
Uh-huh.
and then fucking Spittoon Jimmy's down at the bottom. Not very. He's not that far away from you guys. He's just a little slower. But the oil starts pouring into the cauldron
yes.
and filling up very quickly. You get
Great.
one more athletics roll.
Well, do I?
I would say Boswell, since you have a man on you right now, I'm going to say you get a -4 to your roll. What'd you guys
What do
get?
you want the roll order to be?
Yes,
Let's
what's
go.
the roll
Let's
order?
go first
Boswell?
with Boswell.
Okay. -4, you say.
Yeah.
+2 it is. That's an 8.
Great. What did you get?
Do I get any bonuses?
David?
Because I've climbed on top of him?
No, you get athletics. That's it.
Okay, I botched.
What would a bonus have mattered?
I don't know.
You could have got a +20. It doesn't matter. It's still a botch.
Hold on now,
Okay.
chap. Do you knock off? Spittoon Jimmy button has been
And then last, not David, Spittoon Jimmy. What'd you get?
I'm sitting pretty on a 7.
So,
I had the highest with an 8.
yeah. So,
All right.
what you guys failed to remember is that Boswell's a hobo.
I'm not an hobo.
And
I'm
his-
a high society
Sure.
man.
Well, your clothing is very not well-to-do. It's very greasy.
No,
and
I-
all of you slip and fall off of your homemade grappling hook
To the boiling oil.
into the boiling oil where you are cooked alive
no,
immediately.
You are incorrect.
You're dead.
sir. Damn it.
You're dead.
I was lied to. I did fantastic in that sack throw, and I was given no advantage whatsoever.
Well, maybe
I
your
only
next
threw my
character
back out.
did really well in the other category. So then,
Well,
the third. So who are my new hobos that are entering into phase 3 of this? I'm going to say that 20 of you had entered. There are 16 hobos left. Basically, you three and and Larry are the only ones that died in the last
Oh,
one.
no, Larry.
He's too stupid to get out of the cauldron. Yeah, he just barks at it. So yeah. Who are my 3 hobos for this round?
hi, my name is Taco Sleeve,
Taco Sleeve.
and Sleeve, not Steve.
I said sleeve. I said sleeve.
My name is Taco Sleeve, which was my trail name on the Appalachian Trail, and I just never went home. I just stayed not having the home forever.
Okay.
And I hiked all the way over here to California to make it in the movies, and here I am, climbing out of cauldrons, not being boiled in oil like those fellas over there.
Okay. Phil.
Tigerius.
Tigerius?
Tigerius Scrum. Tigerius Scrum.
Scrum or crumb?
Scrum.
Scrum.
Tigerius Scrum.
Better get a speech impediment ready, Tristan.
Who's my last
He's rolling.
well-to-do
That's right
hobo?
now. Tig-
What gentleman hobo is this?
I'm Dennis Splooge Dog. The second.
Junior, isn't it?
It's a choice.
You go by
All right. So you guys, having been successful in the last one,
somehow.
the floor goes back. I don't know how, but so the floor goes back to normal, and then all of a sudden, the entire middle section drops out all the way to the end, and then rising up is what appears to be, I would say there on the far left and right side of the room, about 20 feet, is nothingness, and then right in the middle, it's like a 50-foot wide, maybe 100-foot long pool of water.
We get different games.
Yes. This pool of water is very, like there's like fog and steam coming off of it, and it looks like there's like movement. It's kind of dark. You can't really see what's in the water. But the announcer comes back on, wow, that cauldron game was a surefire winner.
Yeah, how'd we get out of it?
What smells good?
Through your skill and ingenuity and your brains, you guys are the wittiest group of hobos we've had through here in at least 5 to 10 minutes.
Oh my god, I got shit.
Please don't shit on the stage floor. The contestants don't want to see that.
What if I
Sorry.
can't help it?
The viewers don't want to see that. Try and hold. You can go to the bathroom afterwards.
I don't know about this shit, but I
I'm
gotta do
saving
something.
my effort for the games.
Come here, Dennis.
This next game is going to test your physical endurance and also a little bit of luck. You just have to swim from this side to the other side. Of course, this
are
water
your
is
alligators?
this water is filled with hungry crocodiles
Oh,
and
crocodiles. They're not as bad.
and leeches.
Oh.
Big
Are the
old
leeches on
leeches.
the crocodiles too?
Maybe. Crocodiles that spit leeches. But yeah, so let's see who makes it to the other side.
All right, so I take my shoes off, and I'll throw one shoe on one side and one shoe on the other side of the moat to attract crocodiles with splashing before we hop in.
There's going to be like 16 hobos jumping.
Bitch,
Let him
I
do what
said
he
I
wants.
throw the shoes.
Sure. You toss a shoe into the water. You hear, again, it's like foggy, so you can't really see what anything is, but you do see like some basic movement going over
Yeah,
that direction.
going against 14 crocodiles is better than
splashes.
going against 16
Yeah,
crocodiles.
so you see, you hear some splishy splashes and whatnot, but yeah, what are you
I
guys
want
doing?
+1 to my inside crocodile rolls.
Have you ever seen the Isle of Dr. No? Wait, what's the
Where
one
they
where
turn
he-
into cat
Is that the
monsters?
one with Marlon
No,
Brando?
that's
The Isle of
Dr.
Dr.
Moreau.
Moreau? Is that what you're
Shit.
talking about?
Dr. No. That's just what it's called. What's the one where Robert Daltrey runs over the crocodiles in the swimming pool? James Bond. James Bond.
Oh, I don't know. Is that
Pitfall, the movie.
I'm gonna
is
try
that
to
the
do
one
that.
where they're in New Orleans?
I don't even remember anymore.
Live and let die?
Could be Live and Let Die.
And all the hobos are still standing on the starting stage, waiting to take off. I already said go.
Bo.
As everybody jumps in, Dennis Splooge Dog is gonna try to run on the crocodiles' heads that are snapping at people.
Can't see them.
When
it's
they
foggy.
Put your head underwater.
all right, fuck you guys. I'm swimming.
Roll athletics to swim. All of you. You're all swimming. Unless you're just
Taco
refusing
sleeve.
to
Hold on.
participate.
I've got a strategy. Taco sleeves dives.
24.
Down. I'm not going to make splashing on the surface. I dive, and I hold my breath to go underwater and swim.
Okay.
I roll a 4.
Okay.
But my strategy is good.
So you just swim straight down and you're just lurking in the
No,
darkness.
it's like the start
I'm
of when they get off the
continuing
blocks
forward.
of the summer of the
okay.
swimmers.
Just slowly
They
swim.
go down and then they come up like fish swim, and then they start going fast when they hit the top.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what he's trying
So
to
that's his strategy. What are the other two with your 4? What's the other two people's strategy?
do. Well, the Splooge Bottom himself got a 24 and just is gonna
Fucking taking off.
fucking swim so fast.
Yeah.
He's
you're
like-
taking off.
He was an aquatic town hobo. He's done a lot of canal swimming.
Yeah. So you feel as though there's a lot of like splashing around you, but you can't really tell what any of it is. It's too dark,
I
too
didn't
foggy.
think about it.
But
It's
you're
showing.
just now. Roll me a con save.
Save.
I mean, you have gone through
my
2
class?
tests of might so far, so
I I guess
a
as my
tired.
class, I'm proficient with
You
it.
know what? I'm gonna roll a d6 12.
Let's go. I got a 17 on the die. My con is 10, so 17.
So you are the first to the other side as you manage to get over there, and you feel a little bit of a scaly scale just sort of rub up against you as you pull out of the water.
I crank it in celebration.
Okay, you do. You pull your dick out and you just crank it right there. Yeah, can you not do that? This is in front of a live studio audience.
Careful, crocodiles
Crocodiles
can smell a drop of cum in 200 million gallons of water.
I crouch and turn around so they can't see me.
We can still see you.
I cover my face.
That's not how this works. Oh, boy. That's inappropriate. Well, I suppose it doesn't break the rules, so we can't
You said not to shit.
remove you. I told you to do not do a lot of things, but... All right, so,
What is that? Is that acrobatics?
Tigurious, what are you doing?
Tigurious.
Bi-curious.
Tigurious Graham.
Tigurious.
Tigurious.
Tigurious Grum.
I said that.
I'm gonna just...
Athletics.
Yeah. 13.
You're doing an average job of swimming. Con save.
I'm doing a titty stroke. What'd you say?
Con save.
Oh, my. 9.
Not so great. So for this one, instead of me just straight rolling, it's going to be high-low.
Yeah, that's not great.
You get 2 guesses. So
Low?
first one's low, all right. And then,
Low?
all right. So you get to the end,
All right.
and you pull yourself out of the water, and your body is covered in about...
Give me D100.
Oh, Jesus. 45 of these 6 to 8 inch long leeches that are just latched onto your body. And you're getting real lightheaded, but you didn't get eaten by an alligator, but
I'm gonna-
they're all pulsating. Just
Stop, drop, and roll.
Can I help him
So they just
crank
squish
those
around.
leashes off of him?
Can.
Give him a little
Squeeze
rip
the blood back into me.
That's how it
the
works.
blood
Before
back
I
in.
rip them
Yeah.
off?
Sure.
Okay.
Milk them dry, milk my leeches.
Yeah.
Is that like a survival roll or?
To remove the leeches?
Yeah.
Let's go with survival,
Can
sure.
I also do that?
Got a crit 20.
Yeah,
That
you
is
meant...
splooge dog is
You
hot.
yank all of the leeches off of his body, and he's bleeding profusely. So he's not doing great.
I play danger cat with the leeches towards.
figured.
towards
I figured that's
myself,
what you were going to do.
But then I bite their heads off
Okay.
before they can get near it.
He's so gross.
All right.
You want this, don't you?
So, so the last person still in the water is
Come on, Taco Steve.
Taco
They did-
Sleeve.
They don't know I'm here.
Not yet, because you're
I
just
blended in
you're
with
not
the
really
environment.
moving because you're just down
I'm
below the
sneaking
water
along
pretty
the
far.
bottom.
He's just doing a walk
Roll.
on the
I
bottom.
am the crocodile in this situation.
Roll con save to
I'm
hold
an
your breath.
ambush predator.
Death roll.
Natural 20. I can hold my breath
you
for
can-
10 minutes
you can
like
hold your breath a long
Guybrush
time.
Threepwood.
And so yeah, you're basically on the bottom of the tank of water wherever it is. It's pretty deep,
Just
so you're
doing a
down
walk.
pretty low, but you are holding your breath as you move slowly towards the bottom or towards the other side.
Oh,
Yes.
so those bloody leeches. Can I just toss them back into the pool to get the crocodile's attention to
You
try
can
to
toss
save
them
my
back in.
friend?
You could toss them back in if you want.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, you toss them. While you're doing that, your buddy that is heavy blood loss just throws a shoe over in the general vicinity of where Taco Sleeve is.
What a piece of shit.
I'm going to need you to roll another Constitution save for me, Taco Sleeve.
All right.
I rolled a 22 to feel that shit.
Okay, yeah, it hits exactly where above. He's like 15 feet below the surface. So.
Tiger doesn't
I
care.
rolled an 18. I rolled 18 Constitution.
How far across the water has he gotten so far?
So
haven't.
he's literally holding his breath and basically
I've been
just
making
water
moving
walking.
his way across. And he gets all the way to the other side of the tank and gets out. And he is covered
I'm
in...
a water ninja.
Yeah, water ninja.
Shuriken.
Tigers are gonna help him out.
Tiger leeches.
and I make friends wherever I go.
Wow,
and
I
I
rolled
point to the
so
leeches
low on
my
all those
penis.
D20s that he only has 29 leeches attached to his body.
Mostly to
Anybody
his
got a
ass or what?
cigarette? Anybody have a cigarette?
They're wet.
They're wet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you just
You want help with those leeches there,
Yeah,
Fresca?
if you just bite them off for me.
They're on your ass.
Oops.
Yeah, I'd do it for you.
All right, we're gonna clean
I'm
it
just
up.
gonna rip them off again.
Okay, so you take the
All
leeches
right.
off. Wow, that was an unorthodox way of winning this particular round, but I suppose those crocs don't see too well on the bottom as they do on the splishy splashes
Their
on top.
eyes are on the top of their head.
That's right. Good job, Taco Sleeve!
I can't help but notice you guys aren't celebrating.
You may have finished last, but it doesn't matter. You're still a winner in our books. All right,
Thanks, buddy.
on to the last round.
Wait,
Ooh, is this where I get the
hold on. Where's
bonuses?
our
Because
advantages?
advantage because I had the most
My
sacks.
tax sauce
I didn't say you get an advantage for winning that one. The advantage is living.
in the sack toss. Tigers was number 1.
No, I was number 1 as I recall.
Your scores were the same as the last. It's
I'm pretty
That's
sure
not
Taco
fair!
Cheese was the
matter.
biggest
Not
jack tosser in this
But I have
group.
different stats.
Yeah,
Shit.
D20. Yeah.
Fine, roll a d20 each of you, three of you.
Well, I have a different strategy now.
I already won. Why do I have to win this one?
That guy's dead.
You guys did.
D20
Just a straight
roll?
D20
Just straight d20.
got a 5.
No, re-roll.
You,
15.
I
you
just-
re-rolled?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to re-roll then. Got 13. So still I lost.
19.
Okay, well, I'll re-roll.
Yeah, we all took advantage. You can too.
5.
All right, so 19, 13?
1950.
Tigerius.
15,
Tiberius,
13,
All right, so
Taco.
first, second, third. I got it. All right, so
Dennis.
the last round is called the Gauntlet. And so the walls open.
Your
and it just-
gladiator is Jazz.
you see,
Is
at
Dad
the
or
end of
Dad?
this long hallway, you see a little pedestal with a red button on it. It's about 100 feet away. But between you and that, the floor is like spinning, like horizontally. So like one of those things, one of those rolling log sort of things.
Japanese game show action.
Yes. And while that's going, you also see axes swinging by pretty regularly. And there's also bursts of flame going. And that spinning gets faster as you go closer to the exit. Sure. So, yeah. So your advantage is somebody basically picks up each of you and moves you past a piece. So you
I'm the winner, Tigerius.
Tigerius won, so he moves past the swinging axes
Tigerius
and the fire.
Do we already take a break? Because if not, we can take a break.
We also started after yip yapping for 15 minutes, but yeah, it's fine. I wanted to
And
finish this
after
game.
you
It's literally
be
the last
late
game.
for 10 minutes.
It's fine. Whatever. So, Tigerius is ahead of all that, so he literally just has to run across a fast spinning wheel.
I heard he run
I'm
over a
gonna do it
suit.
backwards.
Sure.
Showboating your way
then-
to the button.
Dennis Splooge Dog, you just have the fire bursts and then that. And unfortunately for Taco Sleeve, he's got to go through the swinging axes, the fire, and the spinning
Because
floor.
he got
Why did I
disadvantage.
get fucked?
Because you came in last.
No, I didn't. I got 15. I got higher.
Nope.
No.
The voice has spoken.
Those two said you said you got a 5.
15
The
is
voice-
higher than 3.
You said
The
5.
voice has spoken.
I said 5 on my second die, but we're rolling with advantage. I get
we
to
gotta
take
go
the
with it.
higher
You told
one.
me 5.
We don't have time to go back.
Why
we
would you
gotta
tell
go.
me 5?
I have gotten fucked twice this episode. 3 times. See what happens. See what happens. Okay.
Still a whole other half.
You don't want the
Rip the
sleeve
axe.
to cover you. All
Sure.
right?
So let's start with the person who's up front. Oh, you want to do the golf? All right, we'll do golf rolls. Person who's furthest back has to go first. Taco Sleeve, you have in front of you. Like I said, it's a spinning floor, so it's not a very wide space for you to go. It is spinning a little slower than up ahead, but there are swinging axes that are going by as you
Okay.
need to go. So how do you
I
want to
make
approach
I make
this?
a mental note. I enter my mind palace, and I make a mental note of all the timings of the axes, and I time it perfectly.
Roll perception.
And okay. Yeah, he's a fucking 8.
All right, roll intelligence with disadvantage.
Intelligence disadvantage. All right, that's a pretty good first roll. That's even better. Okay, 15.
All right. So even though you definitely didn't figure it out, but you're you know what? You're smart enough in the moment somehow to know how to go through. So roll
I've
for
been
me.
playing Fogger on Route 90 for years.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to just try and jump right through? Do you want to try and run right through? Do you want to try and do like a, I don't know, cartwheel or something? How do you want to try and go through?
I think maybe I should just run.
All right, roll me athletics with advantage because your intelligence roll.
12.
So you step out, you get about halfway through, and an axe
Get it,
just,
boys!
axe just cuts you right in half. You hear the shink, and like you keep moving a little bit, and then you just fall in half, and your guts slough off the sides of the spinning wheel, and you die.
Oh no!
My last words are, Spittoon Jimmy was robbed!
Next up, Dennis Bluch, Doug.
Come on, Smoothie.
You
So
got
I got
some
fire,
fire.
yeah.
Yep. So you have bursts of fire. If one of those bursts of fire hits you, you may not die, but there's also more than one burst of fire.
Do they seem to be happening in a pattern?
Roll intelligence.
Not perception or anything?
You know what? Roll perception first.
I got a 21.
You kind of discern a pattern, like a little bit of one. It's
Okay.
it's a pretty tight pattern.
Is it like a noise that happens that I can like reflex away? Doesn't.
Yes, you notice like a split moment before the fire goes off, a quick,
Okay. I want
there's
to try
like
to
8 of them.
using that general timer. I want to try to plan my path and then like try to get out of the way if there is the. So are the flame jets really big at the opening or like?
Big as they go across where you are.
So if I got closer to the source of the flame jet sides, they would be smaller.
Because it's just you're on a
It's just
narrow
okay,
runway.
Okay.
So roll me intelligence this time to see if you can figure out when you should go.
I got an 8.
Okay. Not great. Mm-hmm. So how do you want to approach this? You want to just try and run it?
Yeah, but I want to listen for that sound and try to like stop if I need to. You just only go by the sound.
Okay. Roll me first an acrobatics check because the floor is moving. Oh, did you not take acrobatics? Oh, that's a shame. I don't know why you did that.
What'd you go with?
Athletics. Should have taken both.
What'd you get?
You didn't roll it yet.
Oh, okay.
Can I have advantage?
No. For acrobatics? No.
Got a 10.
Okay. So you are listening intently for the flame burst. You're recognizing the you take 2 steps out and immediately lose your footing, and you fly off the side into the darkness and die.
Oh. Yeah. I guess we're not going to call this episode Sploosh Dog Millionaire then.
No. And then the last guy,
Sploosh Dog
Tigurius.
Killionaire.
All you have to do is do the acrobatics to make it across the much faster spinning floor.
All you gotta do.
All you gotta do.
Last one.
Just don't fuck
And
this
the
one.
plus one for
Okay.
Tigurius. Tigurius, do I get advantage?
No,
Why?
because you already got an advantage by skipping the other 2 parts.
Tigurius!
Fuck you.
That's a critical 20!
Tigurius runs across like nothing, like as if it's flat floor, and hits the button.
With my cudgel cock!
Now he celebrates.
And you are the only winner of this particular. Everyone else died. And once the last one,
Did you get
the
Boswell's
lights
millions?
go on. There's like a lot of sound effects, and the answer. Oh my gosh, we have a winner, Tigurius.
Scrum!
So thank you so much for playing our game today. Please exit out the main door to collect your prize.
Is it a quick death? It's a quick death, isn't it?
Scrums goes.
Did you go? Okay.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just out in front of the building again. But in your hands is...
A trophy?
roll me a D100.
Oh, man. I wish I'd won.
28.
Out of a D100. Okay. You get a very nice new Rolex.
What would have an 87 got?
An 87?
Uh-huh.
Probably would have got him about $20,000 in cash.
He
So,
would have been broke by the end of the year again.
And as Tigerius walks off triumphant, and the arm on the mailbox thump, flicks up, that is where we're going to take a break.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Philip D, coming into you in this middle of this episode to talk about patreon.com/Botched Podcast. That's right, Botched Podcast Patreon. We've been talking about it for almost 10 years now, which means that there's almost 10 years worth of content over there at Patreon. It's $5 a month. It's cheaper than my Starbucks order. It can get you 10 years worth of bonus material. What's that stuff sound like? Well, let's take a listen.
And we're back. All right. So the SCP Foundation finds out because there's a hobo wandering around screaming about
Trying to sell his
game shows.
$30,000 watch.
Yeah, trying to sell his watch. So what's the SCP Foundation doing when they find out about this place?
Well, we got to send in a winner.
I have to find my missing brother who went missing when the games and the card, and for some reason he's also the leader of the games now. I'm sorry, I'm bitter
doing
about
Squid
that
Games?
stupid plot line. Yeah,
Still never watched it.
it's
Was that season 2?
half of it's really good.
I don't know.
Season 2 was not as good as season 1, but
No,
there's a
it's-
lot of good stuff in there.
I stopped watching it.
I like it. Gentlemen,
Uh,
this could be an unending source of revenue for the SCP Foundation. All we have to do is find some fucking ninjas and send them through, no problem.
Ninjas? Why do we need ninjas when we can just
Special
use
forces?
prisoners?
we just finished fighting the Japanese, and now you want us to get a bunch of American ninjas together?
Some sort of American guy, you got me doing it. Fucking American Ninja Warriors. We can send them through,
I mean,
and they'll come out with money.
isn't that the point of the D class?
They may come out with money. You can't hold a Rolex.
Yeah, but a
It's
Rolex
worth money.
is still, you could sell it.
Sure, you could.
But also, like, we can just keep... First, we should figure out where this is coming from, where the money and the Rolex is and all this. What's with that mailbox?
Is it always in the same location?
Yeah, the building never moves.
Cool.
It's an old abandoned soundstage, and you can't find any records as to what used to, like, what made this game show, or, like, was it always anomalous?
All right, let's set up a perimeter so no one can just stumble on it. And let's send in our best and our brightest D-class, our strongest, fastest, smartest criminals,
Do we know that...
and stake their money when they come back out.
Okay.
Yeah, tell them they're going to get their freedom.
Okay.
And then
Do-
lie to them and send them back in.
Do we know if the games are the same every time?
That's what
See,
we'll find
how
out.
many D-class did you send in?
Yeah,
20.
100.
100, 2,000.
If you send 100, it's probably not going to let all 100 go through. That's probably too many contestants.
I mean, I put through 20.
20 at a time.
All right, so let's see here.
And we put in a camera crew to film what's going on.
Your camera's cut out as soon as you go in the building.
God damn it.
But let's see here.
Well, what if we just send them in? I don't know who I'm doing here. What if we just send them in with like recording devices strapped to them that don't necessarily give us a feed because that doesn't really exist yet? Instead, just records.
like audio?
Yeah.
Video.
Sure.
Video,
You said
video.
you can't do that, is what he's just said.
Well, there's not a wireless transmission of video yet.
Oh, okay. So you, yeah, but like,
But we
feel
can
like putting
record.
back-
We just need a guy with a wire.
it's big.
And they have the D-class narrate what's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna send them down in there with a wire, and they can tell us what it's like way down in the hole.
Right.
Way down in the hole.
Way down in the hole.
Oh, let's go, Tristan. High-low.
Low.
Nobody comes out of the
Nobody.
facility. Nobody. You guys wait and wait and wait. Arm on the thing pops up on the mailbox. That's the only activity that you find.
Send another 20.
So when we send those 20 in, does the arm go down?
I mean, when you guys arrived, I would say the arm was down.
All right.
Can I inspect the mailbox? We never really...
No. You open it up, there's a What would a recording device like? What would you like?
Reel to reel.
Yeah, sure. There's a reel-to-reel tape in there.
All right, I'm going to bring it back to the facility and listen to it.
I mean, video. Like, was there any sort of video recording in 1950?
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, there's video
What would you
recording.
play it
Yeah.
on? Would it be a tape?
It would be a reel to reel.
Yeah, this
you
was
film
a
it on
Projector.
Okay, so
like projector.
Yeah, you put it on,
like
and it's
like a 16 millimeter.
yeah. So you put it on, and it's literally televised like a game show would be televised. There's a studio audience. But these games are carnival games. It's all clowns and things like that theme. But they had to throw darts at balloons at first, and then there was they were running across a platform as giant balls got shot out of them,
Now-
shot at them.
Voice and Head, is it depicting the D class that we threw in there
Yeah.
last? Okay, let's put that next 20 through.
And while that
Wait,
20 is
wait,
going
wait.
through, hold on.
Hold on. What before we send them into the meat grinder? Why don't we
Train 'em?
tell them all to go through the no door? See
Just
what
pop
happens.
right back out.
They all go through the no door.
Okay. You tell them to go through the no door. They bloop back into existence just outside of the building.
All right, good boys. Now go through the yes door.
When they go to try to go back in the building,
They can't no
they
more.
seem to be blocked by an invisible force field.
That's weird.
God damn it! You're spoiled goods.
Well, while they're working on with that, I'm training a group of D class physically and mentally at Connie games and doing weight training and giving them steroids.
We don't know if these games are the same every time you go through.
Yeah, but there's going to be some kind of athletic performance, is what we decided.
Sure, there will be.
And,
But
I mean,
carny games?
I tell them if they can dodge a wrench, then they can dodge a ball.
Sure.
Let's throw these darts at balloons.
And I give them
What are these guys? Some kind of unalive unit?
I give them a training montage before we send them in.
Thank you.
Okay.
It took a little while.
All right, so you're sending in 20?
Yep, but they've had training.
Sure, that's
One
right.
of them's a shark man and the other one's a clown lady.
Okay.
And for some reason, Will Smith is there.
My daughter. That's my Will Smith.
My
Keep
daughter.
my motherfucking daughter out of your
I hate
motherfucking
Batman. I love
Steve.
my daughter.
Steve Hallow.
Hello.
No survivors this time either. You watch on the tape, literally the majority of them died in like the first round.
But hold on, I'm gonna look at that tape. Is it different games?
It's carnival, but the games are different.
Okay, so it does change every time.
Yeah.
Clearly, prisoners are just less capable with less life skills. We should send hobos in.
Like basically all the things he trained them for, they got an activity that was not actually physical related and more mental related, and they died. Most of them died.
To open this bag of peanuts,
Okay.
or they'll, I don't know.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Can we send in?
Dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, what if we send in dogs?
Send in dogs.
Fucking dogs.
And they immediately get popped out the other side.
Good
oh,
boys.
they're good boys.
like
they
back
all
out
won.
the front door.
Oh, they won.
They all got $20,000 in their mouths.
If
No,
you
drop it.
eventually
Drop
so,
it.
Drop
so
it.
as you continue to throw people through this thing, eventually you do get some people who make it
Few
out
fucking
alive.
winners.
And there's all kinds of different styles. They've got the carnival, the medieval, seems to be like an American ninja feel to one of them. There's the Industrial Revolution is one's calling them, and then the last one's Spy Island because there's a lot of lasers and,
And
stuff.
So, is
They-
there... Oh, I'm sorry.
They eventually repeat.
well, that's the... Well, I was...
There's themes.
What was
Those
going
are
to
the themes.
dictate which theme you get?
It's
Seems to
just
be
random.
random.
It's
All right.
random.
Just randomly selected, it seems. And then as far as the prizes go for those that get out, the prizes range from anything from like basic technology, it's a little fancier technology, fully paid vacation trips to different countries or in the United States.
But you have to go to California to fly out of California, and they're not going to cover
Yeah.
that trip
Exactly.
from Utah to California.
it's a whole
bullshit.
thing. So yeah, so those are all the. Is there anything else you want to test or try or mess with?
I kind of want to see how you do in there.
I want to see what happens if we put a grenade through the door.
Okay.
It'll pop back out. I recommend we don't do that.
No, we send a D class in with a grenade.
A D
He's
class.
going to come out with a grenade.
Let's put him in there
Well, we
with
won't be there.
with a vest of dynamite and send him through the yes door and have him blow up.
The studio audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have him go through the S door, and all that happens is the flag goes up.
Oh, I'm excited. I'd run for that and I'll watch it.
So as soon as he goes through, so he starts to walk through the yes door, and he's like looking around, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna pull this thing, and then all of a sudden there's like this 7-foot tall shadow creature behind him, and just envelops him in nothingness, and then he
it's
just
the banker. Watch out. Oh, no.
disappears.
Damn.
And then in the message it says, naughty, naughty SCP Foundation, you can't cheat the games like that.
They know us.
All right, well, I guess we should just cordon this place off. Never let anyone in except as punishment. Or to train our best special forces.
I'm going to send one more D class through with a note.
Okay.
Yeah, like a handwritten note to give to the game the
It's
bank.
a fucking speaker.
Yeah, we never see him.
How are you gonna hand him a note?
I mean, when he dies, I'll see the note. You go in with a suicide bomber with a note.
Wait. Okay.
I want to know who he is.
You could just go in and talk to him.
Who are you?
If you say
You
no,
can just say no,
you
you can go out the
immediately
no
leave.
door.
You're in a lobby.
I
before
send
the
a
game
D class. I send Tigerius back through there.
Tigerius can't go back in.
Nah,
Shit, he already won.
He's a fucking hero.
Oh, hold on. I got his brother here.
Taslerius.
Biclerius?
Biclerius.
Biclerius.
Not Biclerius.
Biclerius.
Aquarius.
Why Quirius?
That's a stupid name. Why did I make that
Welcome to every name
one? I know. I have
that
a
we
whole
ever
list,
come. I'm
buddy.
sure you do.
All right, yeah, I'll go in there. Me. I'll go in.
Hello, contestant. Are you ready to play today's wonderful game?
Who are you?
I am the announcer.
How
You are
did
the
you
contestant.
become here?
I've always been here.
Why do you sound puzzled about it?
Because you asked it a very weird way. You said, how did you become here?
How did you become here?
That's not really a proper question, but I answered it to the best of my ability, which is I've always been here.
Where are you from?
Yeah, no, they're from here.
From here.
Who do you serve?
Where does your prizes come from?
From the prize department.
Which is located where?
In the center of the building.
And where do they get their inventory from?
From all over the place.
Who ships to you?
Stamps.
Stamp ship
Stamps.nom.
.Vietnam.
That's right. We get stamps from Vietnam. Tournament of prizes.
Everything
It's a really great country. Like, nothing's going wrong there anytime
They hold their
soon.
value really well.
Exactly.
It's an investment.
It's an investment.
Iraqi dinars.
Damn it, you beat me to it. I was going to say, would you
I
like to
got
buy
a whole
some
bunch of
dinars?
Iraqi dinars to sell to you.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll give out cash prizes, but would you like to invest in this lucrative opportunity? Also, I have a timeshare, if you'd be interested in that.
Ooh, what's a timeshare?
That's where you share time in a place with somebody else.
Sounds awful.
No, but you don't actually share
You
it
mean like a
together.
marriage?
No, you're there like a marriage, but without the other person there with you.
With a marriage to a property.
So you can't even fuck them.
I mean, you could, I guess.
Okay.
So you're not
Well,
really a...
say less.
So, like, what's going on here, guys? We playing a game?
Gamer.
You're not really a bad guy, are you? You're just somebody trying to help society.
I'm the announcer.
Who hired you?
The network.
Where's
Which
the fucking
network do you serve?
The network. There's only like one network right now.
That's
No.
not true.
In the 50s?
No.
Yeah, there are at least there's
three.
NBC and ABC and
one of those
CBS
guys, CBS.
were all radio.
Sure, yeah, I was one of them.
This
Hired by the networks.
inside checks. Oh, that was a crit 20. That was a waste.
He's a fucking liar.
It
Yeah,
seems,
you know he's lying.
So as you talk to him, you can sense that all the information that he knows and has is like what you would know by just watching TV.
Sure.
Is he lonely?
I'm never lonely as long as there's contestants.
But what if there's no contestants?
Then I go to sleep
Forever?
till there's more contestants.
Do you like to sleep?
I like to take a little winky nod nod.
Let's put him to sleep forever.
All right, we
Yeah.
can put you to sleep for good.
SCP doesn't destroy a number.
Well, we can
No,
also
we're not
not
gonna
fade
just-
out.
We're just gonna never let
when
anybody
there's
in
not
there.
contestants, he's asleep.
Sure. So you cordon off the area. However, the O5 Council puts in some extra stuff because they don't trust necessarily Dr. Frankenstein's friends to not just try to win money all the time. So they build a bunch of extra buildings that look identical to that one.
Don't bring me
They
into this.
also put steel blast doors on the front of every one of those buildings. And if any member of the SCP Foundation is found to have entered the facility without written authorization
From Tommy Manicotti.
from the 05 Council, termination, well, there is going to be punishment. Termination is possible. So with that, we're going to call it. And with this SCP is designated SCP-024, otherwise known as the Game Show of Death.
I told you no more that we cannot contain.
You did
God
contain
damn it.
You literally put
We
a fence
did.
around it.
It's safe.
I figured it out.
It's Euclid.
It's safe.
It's Euclid.
It's safe. Well, it doesn't go anywhere.
You can't
Why
put
is
it in
Euclid?
a box.
Because I can't shove it in my
I can put
box.
it in a giant box.
I like this one. This episode of Botched was brought to you by the Patreon producers Big Jim, the Nucklord, Chronic Skinnerd, B-Mal, Disgruntled Furniture, Chris Wisdom, Shinigami, Lost Limey, Jay Squeezy, Scabby Goose, and God King Old Toasty Pie.
May he find Boswell's millions any day.
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Reddit, and Twitch. I'm going to get rid of Twitter. Is everybody okay with that?
I don't care.
Yeah, okay.
I
post
got
on
off
any
Twitter
social
like a
media?
year ago.
Well, I know, but I don't make decisions by myself.
I love Phil.
Wow.
Boswell didn't have any money.
Yeah, no. At Botch Podcast, go to all of our favorite websites, freedomvalleyhorsepace.com, dickblood.club, buytheseviagra.com, louisianapocketgopher.com, damnyoudennis.com, mapescrapes.com, partymormons.com, chongogrande.com, chugyomilk.com, warmonkey.pizza,
Monkey pizza.
daddydennis.com, raoulsmovingcastle.com, fleshdozer.com, mooshcoffee.com, or simply patreon.com/botchpodcast. Like
Soon
our
to be.
newest patron,
SploogedDogMillionaire.com.
Joe A.
Joe A.
Hey, Joe A.
I hope
Joe
to
A.
see you at Dragon Con, Joe A.
Hey, Joe A.
Who I assume is who I'm talking to.
Sure.
You hear me, Joe A.
The original Party Mormon.
Thank you to Tal Shi and the Mod Squad over in our Discord, Forging Winton, Shinigami, Daito, Goodfill, Bretta, Captain Hygiene, and Spooksatuna. Go to iTunes, leave us a review, Chunky will read it. Thank you to Gozer, featuring Lonnie from Forensic Polaroids for our music. Swan did our album art. She's all over the internet at a swan named Emily. Send something to the studio at P.O. Box 3178, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania 17325, and we'll open it up here on stream. You want to buy something from the store? Go to bigtittymonkey.shop.
Or simply.
Or simply, as always,
So you think you're a pokesexual? Head over to Botched Podcast, patreon.com/Botched Podcast, and share it with us in the Discord.
we'll see you next week, nerds.
What are you doing,
We
Bidet?
salute you! Shit. What are you doing, Step Piplops? We salute you, Shinigami. You are this episode's
Redacted.
Redactor.
Redacted.
You can support each of us in our own little different ways. My first comic book has come out, and if you'd like to purchase it, you can head on over to www.hiveheadstudios.com, where you can even download a free sample of the book to see if it's something, up your alley. You can also support me over at patreon.com/hiveheadstudios. You can support Steve's stuff over at YouTube or TikTok or any of his other social media at He Who Is Steve. You can support Phil on Patreon or Twitch at Imaginary Nomad, and you can check out Chonky every so often on Twitch at Chonky_Kong.
Splooge.
I also love to splooge.
I splooged before I got
But I
here.
found out that I love to splooge less often than other
Too
people.
bad. Loves to Splooge took the name on YouTube back in 2008.
Wow.
So
Bam!
Not on
you wish you
Twitch.
could have Loves to Splooge.
Random
Patreon.com/.
Loves to splooge.
Splooge Dog.
Splooge Dog Millionaire.
Splooge.
Millionaire.
Write it down.
Write it down. That's our new
Stink
website.
animal.
Save that for later.
SploogeDogMillionaire.com.